शक्ति में बोलो अंतर क्या, दोनों की शक्ति में बोलो। एक गौरी के दुलारे, एक राधा जी के प्यारे, एक गौरी के दुलारे, एक राधा जी के प्यारे। गणपति तो है मूलाधारी, ईसा है विश्वाधारी। गणपति तो है मूलाधारी, ईसा है विश्वाधारी। गणेश अबोधिता की है सूरत, गणेश अबोधिता की है सूरत, ईसा क्षमा की मूरत। एक बालक एक राजा, दोनों ने अहंकार को त्यागा। अंतर क्या, दोनों की कीर्ति में बोलो अंतर क्या, दोनों की कीर्ति में बोलो। एक जागृति दिलाए, एक पार कराए, एक जागृति दिलाए, एक पार कराए। एक गौरी के दुलारे, एक राधा जी के प्यारे, एक गौरी के दुलारे, एक राधा जी के प्यारे। नरक के द्वार खड़े लंबोदर, नरक के द्वार खड़े लंबोदर, मर्यादाएं दिखाए। नरक के द्वार खड़े लंबोदर, मर्यादाएं दिखाए। स्वर्ग का द्वार बने खुद ईसा, स्वर्ग का द्वार बने खुद ईसा। निर्मल हमको बनाए, एक शासक एक तारक, दोनों ही निर्मला माँ के बालक। अंतर क्या, दोनों की तृप्ति में बोलो अंतर क्या, दोनों की तृप्ति में बोलो। एक नरक छुड़ाए, एक स्वर्ग दिलाए, एक नरक छुड़ाए, एक स्वर्ग दिलाए। एक गौरी के दुलारे, एक राधा जी के प्यारे, एक गौरी के दुलारे, एक राधा जी के प्यारे। गणपति ने अवतार लिया एक, गणपति ने अवतार लिया एक, ईसा में खुद को समाया।
गणपति ने अवतार लिया एक, ईसा में खुद को समाया।
सगम पद पधम परे मग घर सनि हरे रे गम गम पम पद पद सनि सरे। स्वर्ग का मार्ग सहज दर्शाया, स्वर्ग का मार्ग सहज दर्शाया, पुनरुत्थान दिलाया। एक आदि एक अंती, दोनों में ओम की शक्ति। अंतर क्या दोनों की भक्ति में बोलो, अंतर क्या दोनों की भक्ति में बोलो। एक मातृ पुजारी एक पितृ पुजारी, एक मातृ पुजारी एक पितृ पुजारी। एक गौरी के दुलारे एक राधा जी के प्यारे, एक गौरी के दुलारे एक राधा जी के प्यारे। एक गणपति एक ईसा, दोनों ने आदि माँ को ध्याया। अंतर क्या दोनों की शक्ति में बोलो, अंतर क्या दोनों की शक्ति में बोलो। एक गौरी के दुलारे एक राधा जी के प्यारे, एक गौरी के दुलारे एक राधा जी के प्यारे, एक गौरी के दुलारे एक राधा जी के प्यारे।
Abundabashmaya Nekadashamak Tietet Malkota Teviganak ay kanad bashmay af bahara Abundabashmaya Nekadashamak Tietet Malkutak Neilet Teviganak ay kanad bashmay af bahara Avalalama dasukanani amunak Ushpawoklan hayvan wahathain Aikana dafnan javukan lahaiban Huelat halan Layanes yun
Hello, everyone. A very, very hearty welcome to all of you for today's session. I hope you're all doing really well. Lovely to be back here. Lovely to see you all. Today is the 21st session for the 21 series, but today is not the last session. I just wanted to make that clear that even though it is a 21 series, we will definitely have a few more sessions after this. So today is not the last session. So just making it clear, we will have a session again on Wednesday and then again on Sunday after that, and maybe 2 more sessions after that. So maybe I think we might have 3 to 4 sessions. I'm not too sure, but we might have 3 to 4 more sessions after this before we complete the series. So like always, a very, very hearty welcome. We all fold our hands, bow our heads. And this is something we do in reverence to our own Mother Kundalini, our energy within. So a very hearty welcome to everyone. So today we have a session on the Agnya Chakra. So last week we did the Vishuddhi on Wednesday, and now we've reached the forehead, the Agnya Chakra, which is right here. And that is a very critical energy center because it is very easy to get caught up, particularly in this one, because this is where the mind is, this is where the ego is, this is where everything gets complicated. So this energy center here is a very, very important energy center that needs to be cleared every day. We need to forgive every day. We need to move over things every day. We need to remind ourselves that I am not this mind, I am not this body, I am a pure spirit. And if I am a pure spirit, then there is nothing to get caught up with, nothing to be angry about. It should be easy to forgive. There should be nothing that should hurt us. So that's a reminder that we need to give ourselves every day, because of which it becomes even more imperative to clear this energy center every day. Forgiveness is very, very important. So today's session will be led by Webhav, who has kindly agreed to do the session. So generally he's behind the camera, behind the computer doing the tech, but today he's volunteered to do the session. So look forward to having a session with him today. And as usual, we have a few Bandhan requests that we will be giving Bandhans at the end. So I kindly request you all that please stay if you can till the end, and do give a Bandhan to the people who've requested for it. It's always nice to give to others as well. So we will be giving a few Bandhans at the end. Once we have our own Kundalini raised up and our energy moves towards the Sahasrara and we feel our connection established, we will be giving a Bandhan then. So without further ado, let's bring Webhav on for today's session.
Hello, everyone. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, depending on wherever you are. And Jai Shri Mataji to all my lovely brothers and sisters and uncle and aunties out there. It's great to see you all again. And can't believe it, it's the 21st session of the Advanced series now. So we started back in August, and it's almost the end of the year now, and we are still here. So thank you for being with us on this journey. It's been as amazing a journey for us as it has been for you. So without further ado, let's get started with today's session on, as Monica said, the very important chakra, the Agnya Chakra. So first of all, let's start by raising our Kundalini and putting on a Bandhan. Nice and slow. There's no competition happening here of who takes this faster. Full attention on your hands. The moment you take a bandhan, you start feeling the balance within yourself. You can feel your breathing slowing down, the emotions and the actions coming back into balance. And there's a cool calmness which goes into the head and the mind and sweeps down all over the body. This is the amazing power of your Kundalini energy that you can feel on all your chakras and on your body through your central nervous system. So as we discussed about the Vishuddhi chakra, through which you are able to feel the vibrations on your hands and the top of your head, we'll now go up this and talk more about the Agnya Chakra, which is the sixth energy center. So let's have the presentation slides on now, Kirti. Thank you. Now, the important thing about today's session is Agnya Chakra being a very important chakra for thinking and all that things which can take us sometimes away from our spiritual ascent. So I actually asked Kirti, who's helping me behind the scenes with the technology today, that there's going to be no structure. We'll just be spontaneous. We'll have our material ready and we will just go with the flow of the vibrations, as we say. So thanks, Kirti, for putting up with me, and that sort of helps with the less thinking part or not thinking much part, being in thoughtfulness part. So try it sometimes when you are giving a presentation or something and you just want to be spontaneous. All right, so let's go to the next slide. Agnya Chakra. Now, as you all know by now, Agnya Chakra is the sixth energy center and it's located on our forehead. There are multiple aspects to the Agnya Chakra. The very important aspect, of course, is the power of forgiveness. The power of forgiveness really helps open the Agnya Chakra. And as we have seen in previous sessions, it's not as easy to forgive, but with the power of love, with a strong heart, you can actually forgive a person much more easily and also forgive yourself. Now, in Sahaja Yoga, we talk about different physical aspects as well. So first of all, we have the Agnya Chakra on the front, which we call as just the Agnya Chakra. And then we have another aspect, which is on the back, which we call as the back Agnya Chakra. Now, apart from the front and the back Agnya Chakra, we also have different divisions as we have for the other energy centers, as in the left, right, and the center. The only thing is with the Agnya Chakra, this becomes a little complicated to remember, I guess. But if I give you the logic, hopefully you'll be able to remember this. Now, if you can have the subtle system up, please, Kirti. And while Kirti is getting the subtle system up, we have ego, superego, and these are located as balloons in our forehead. If you remember the subtle system chart, we have the three channels, the Pingala Nadi, or the right channel, which goes from the right side, goes upwards, crosses the forehead, and then goes on to the left side of our brain. Now that is the right channel, or the Pingala Nadi, which forms the ego, or the yellow balloon, as you can see on the chart there. And in a similar way, the Ida Nadi, or the left channel, goes up on the left side, crosses the forehead or the agya, and then goes onto the right side of the brain. Now, and that forms the blue balloon, or the balloon of the superego. Now, just to clear out the terminology that we use in Sahaj is, we call this as the right agya, which is actually on the left side of the brain. The reason being, this is actually coming through the right channel, because the right channel is crossing over and going over to your left side of the brain. But it is actually having the qualities of the right side, not the left side. So that's why we call it the right agya, which is on the left side of the forehead. And similarly, we call this, which is the right side of our brain, we call it as the left agya, which has the quality of the left channel, the conditionings, habits, etc. So this is just the terminology that we use in Sahaja Yoga. So if you're talking to some other Sahaja Yogi, you're going to the collective programs, and if you hear that you need to clear your right agya. So it's not actually on the right side of your head, it is on the left side of your head. So just remember this diagram, and just remember the crisscrossings of the energy channels, the left and right channels on the brain or on the forehead. All right, so hopefully I haven't confused you completely and you're still with me. And even if you don't understand what I said, don't worry about it. We'll repeat it one more time, and it will make sense eventually as you keep on practicing. Right? Okay, so let's get back to the slides. Thank you. And for the Agnya Chakra, it has two petals, as we know. And the color of this chakra is white, and the element is light. And this is a very narrow gate or a narrow path, as has been described in many of the scriptures as well. And this narrow gate has to be crossed by the Kundalini energy within you in order to reach the Sahasrara, which is the 1,000-petal lotus, where the integration takes place with the all-pervading power. So it's very necessary to cross this sixth energy center, which seems a very difficult task, but with Shri Mataji's grace, she has made it very easy for Sahaja Yogis. So let's go further, and we'll talk here about the deities of the Agnya Chakra. But the deity of the Agnya Chakra is Shri Jesus Christ, and his mother, Mother Mary. As most of you might know about Lord Jesus Christ, he is referred to as the Son of God, and he has taught us he has given many teachings and many good things, but his main teaching has been of forgiveness. Forgive yourself and forgive others. And that has been the affirmations that we continue to take in our meditations as well. And his mother, Mother Mary, who was a virgin, and she had Jesus Christ as an immaculate birth. So the birth of Jesus Christ was, as you may know already, was immaculate. And there's a story which Shri Mataji tells about the birth of Lord Jesus Christ, which we can share maybe, or you can search yourself and you can listen to it. It's a beautiful story. So that's basically that part of it. So you just have to remember that the deity of this energy center is Lord Jesus Christ. Let's move on to the next slide, please. Thank you. Now, on the right agya, which is actually on the left-hand side of the brain, we have Shri Buddha, who governs this energy center of the ego. So he has a pretty good job there, as you can see, especially in these modern times. And just to give a bit of background about Sri Buddha. So he was born as a prince to a king, and he then renounced his royalty and his comforts of the palace, and he went out seeking enlightenment. He got his realization under the Bodh Gaya tree, as we know, and then he started helping out people by giving them realization, trying to help them out. And he saw a lot of sorrow in the world, and he was trying to find an answer or the solution of what's the cause of that sorrow and how to get rid of it. So from my limited knowledge, and what he said, the cause of all the sorrow is expectations, which essentially comes from ego and superego. So that's where Lord Buddha, as we call him, has done a lot of work in helping out a common man and trying to show them the enlightened path. And as Sahaja Yogis, when we try to get rid of our ego, we say the mantra of Sri Buddha on this right agya. All right, so let's move on to the next slide, which talks about the left agya, which is the deity of the left agya, which is on the right side of the brain, is Shri Mahavira. Shri Mahavira looks after our superego. And again, similar to Shri Buddha, he renounced his own life and started seeking spirituality. And he basically, again, the left agya relates to all the conditionings that we have. Conditionings in terms of would be good conditionings or bad conditionings, good habits or bad habits. All those things are basically governed by Shri Mahavira. So again, in Sahaja Yoga, we take the mantra of Shri Mahavira and try to remove any bad conditionings within us and try to inculcate more good conditionings. And that's basically the essence of all the deities. Just a very brief overview, I would say, of all the deities on these three energy centers or aspects of the Agnya Chakra. Now, you always have to remember, whenever we are talking about the deities, it might seem a bit religious and this and that, but the essence is not in religion or making you religious or anything about it. The essence is, whenever any of these great incarnations came on this earth, they never tried to make a religion out of it. It's us human beings or the followers, they ended up making it a religion. These great incarnations, all they gave was the teachings, and they showed the light, and they told us to walk on that central or the middle path, which is the Sushumna Nadi, or being in the present, where you can, through which the Kundalini energy rises and we get our integration on the Sahasrara. So I would suggest all the seekers and Sahaja Yogis here to imbibe the essence or the qualities of those teachings, of those great incarnations. And that is the real awakening of those deities within yourself. For example, we are talking about Shri Jesus. A lot of us would have been to the church or they've done prayers to Lord Jesus. But have we actually tried to imbibe the qualities or his teachings of forgiveness? Have we tried that on every step, on every second of our life? Try to improve ourselves, try to be able to forgive ourselves and others? That is the question we have to ask. And not just for the Agnya Chakra or this session. We have to ask that for each and every virtue, for each and every energy center that we have within us, whether it be innocence, creativity, peace, courage, collectivity, forgiveness, or surrender. We have to essentially imbibe those qualities. And once you start imbibing those qualities and observing those qualities within yourself, they show in your personality. And that's when you can say the deity of that chakra has been awakened within you. And they're showering their blessings upon you. And that's when that energy center opens up, and then the Kundalini moves forward. So that's some knowledge sharing from my end, just out of my own experience in Sahaj and my own path of seeking. So let's go back to the slides now, and we'll see some prayers and mantras that we can use to clear our Agnya Chakra. So let's start with the Lord's Prayer. So Kirti, if you can please go back to the Lord's Prayer. Thank you. As Shri Mataji has told, a very, very effective way to open our Agnya Chakra is by taking the Lord's Prayer. So let's start our meditation now by taking this prayer. So we'll keep our right hand on our forehead, bend our neck slightly towards the ground. Close our eyes. Now you can keep your eyes open if you're looking at the screen. And just repeat after me the Lord's Prayer. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom comes, and thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever and forever. Amen. Keep your right hand, continue to keep your right hand on your forehead. And feel the coolness from your right hand going into your forehead or the Agnya Chakra. We'll now take one mantra here. So Kirti, please, next slide. As you can see, in the center, the mantra for the center Agya is Shri Jesus Mary. So while we have our hand in this position, we'll just say one mantra to Shri Jesus Mary. If you don't remember, the mantra, the syntax of the mantra has been written on the slide in front of you. Om Dvani Saksha Shri Jesus Mary Saksha Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Mother, I forgive everyone, and I forgive myself. Mother, I forgive everyone, and I forgive myself. As I am a pure spirit, as I am not this body, this mind, this ego, or superego. I am the pure spirit. means I forgive myself, I forgive everyone, because this pure spirit is within everyone. And slowly put your right hand back into your lap. Now we'll put our right hand over our right agya, which is on the left side of our brain, and we'll just rotate it in a clockwise direction. And while we are doing that, we'll say the mantra of the right agya, which is Shri Buddha. Om Dhvani Sakshat Shri Buddha Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi. Mother, please remove all the ego within me. Shri Mataji, you are the doer, and you are the enjoyer. I do nothing. You do everything. So, Mother, please remove this illusion within me that I do anything. Please remove this illusion of ego within me. Establish my attention in the present, in the center. Now let's use our left hand to clear our left agya, which is on the right hand side of our brain. And we'll say the mantra of Shri Mahavira. Om Dhvani Sakshat Shri Mahavira Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi. Namo Namaha. Mother, please remove all the bad habits within me. Mother, please remove all the bad conditions within me which are stopping my spiritual ascent. Let's raise a few strands of Kundalini energy from the base of your spine onto the Sahaja Chakra. Mother, please establish my attention in the present and on my Sahasrara Chakra. And we will continue to meditate in this state for a few minutes. And after that, we will listen to a talk of Shri Mataji on Agnya Chakra. If you are getting any thoughts or too many thoughts during this, don't force them out of your head. Just gently move them away by saying, not this thought, not this thought. And with practice, you will realize the thoughts have decreased over time. Let's continue to be in this state of meditation for a few moments.
When she goes to the Agnya Chakra, which represents, as you say, the third eye, whatever you may call it, it is between the optic chiasma and it looks after the pituitary and the pineal body. And as a result, we have developed two institutions called ego and superego. The ego is the one which tells us, I have done it, I am doing this. Both these institutions are sucked in by the enlightenment of this center. And that's how the thing opens out. And all your karmas are sucked in. So there's no problem of karmas. Only human beings think that they are doing karmas. Animals don't. They have no sense of sin or anything. They are completely under the bondage of God. So in Sanskrit they are called as pashu, means under the bondage. But we are the ones who have got freedom. And that's why we think that we have done this and we have done that. And we should not do this, we should not do that. But when the Kundalini rises and she awakens the center, then both these things are sucked in. And when they are sucked in, then you do not do any karmas anymore. You just are in a karma. You do everything. I mean, I travel, you know, such a lot, and I have a family, and everything is there. But it's just happening. I'm just seeing it. I'm not doing anything as such. So when you are also awakened, there's no obligation. It's just happening. It is so. Is here where we should understand this center is bestowed upon by the great life of Christ. Christ is there. And they said that he died for our sins, died for our karmas, is a fact. Because when he is awakened, these two institutions are pulled inside. And you get your Kundalini out there. It opens out. And this bone, which has been calcified, opens out. And the Kundalini pierces through. And this is what it is that he died for our sins. But still the theory is extended that we must suffer. Why should we suffer? He has suffered for us already. And is already written by Thomas, who was traveling to India via Egypt, where he wrote the treatise, and he said that why should we suffer? Christ has already suffered for us. And he's talked everything about Sahaja Yoga. He said it is an experience of self-realization and everything. And that book now is out in England. After 48 years, they could decode the whole thing, which was found about 48 years back in Egypt. And is out now, and is beautiful. Gnostics is the name of the book. But is not so much appreciated by some of the people because it challenges the theories of sufferings and confessions and all this nonsense.
Awaken the Kundalini at will.
Me or you? You cannot awaken yourself. You see, you have to have one enlightened candle to enlighten another candle. This candle, which is not enlightened, cannot enlighten itself. But there's no obligation. But you can correct. Once it is awakened, you can correct it, you can develop it. First, only few hair-like strands of this energy come up and open the fontanelle bone area. And then this flow of Ru starts flowing on you, and it relaxes more of the centers. So more of these strands start coming up. So you can develop it at your will by understanding it. But you cannot enlighten yourself by yourself.
When she meditates, she has great difficulty in attaining total awareness? Why is this difficult?
Because it's not Sahaja meditation. All other meditations are artificial. You are in meditation when you are in such. Unless and until Kundalini is awakened and you are one with the divine power, still thinking all the time, how can you stop thinking? There is one thought that rises and another thought that falls off. Again another thought comes up and it falls off. It goes on like this, and we are dancing on the cusp of these thoughts. In between the thought there's a little space called as Vilamba, is the present. Either we are in the past or in the future. But that is only possible when the Kundalini comes up. Then these thoughts become more lean and there's a bigger space left and you remain in thoughtless awareness. And that is how it works out. Not only that, it goes higher. This is the most important chakra, which is called, we call it Agnya Chakra, between the optic chiasma like this. And if it is not open, it is very, very constricted. If it doesn't open, then Kundalini won't pass through. Now, this is the chakra of Jesus Christ, where he crucified himself. Now, what did he do? He gave forgiveness to all the people who tried to torture him and crucify. So only the way you forgive people, it opens. You have to forgive. No use remembering. Somebody has hurt you, all right. So what? It's finished. It's not today. Whatever has happened has happened. Why worry about it? But if you don't forgive, then all the time you will be thinking about it and will be torturing yourself for nothing at all. Instead of that, you just forgive. Forgive everything. Forgiving is a very great point by which nobody can torture you, nobody can trouble you because you do not pay any attention. You don't know. People have tried to trouble me so much they have done to make me sort of hurt or do all kinds of things. But somehow I forgive them and I am finished. Because once you forgive them, you don't remember what they have done to you. And you never torture yourself. But if you don't forgive, then you torture yourself, thinking, why did he do this, why did she do this? Nothing, you just forgive. The very great message of Jesus, that you should forgive everyone. That gives you a great peace there. But this peace also is very important. If you don't have peace within you, then you start becoming old very soon. I have seen very young girls having wrinkles, worried, upset, tension, this, that, all the time, irritated. The reason is that they have not yet forgiven those people who have trouble. So if you can develop this witness state, as I say, you are not bothered. You just witness the whole thing and you will be amazed that the center will be open. And by that, you will not react. You will not react. You will just see, all right, this is so, so this is so. And the life becomes full of humor. In anything absurd, you see, just smile and laugh. There's no time for you to think about these nonsensical things that people say about you or try to harm you or try to create a problem. You shouldn't worry. You shouldn't worry about that. Now with this happening, you don't try to think what others are thinking about. Because you know you are one with divine. Because you get vibrations on your hands. You are assured that you are all right. So you have confidence. But you don't, with this confidence, oppress others. With this confidence, you love. I call it as the intelligence which is emotional.
I call it as emotional intelligence. Many children are born with it, but they are taught something else, so they lose it. I'll say my own great-grandson, who is born with this. So, as soon as we reached America, he was with us for only 6 months, he was a little boy. And after 7-8 months we went to America. Immediately he brought the remote control, gave it to my husband, because he is always seeing the television, immediately. Then he brought newspaper and gave it to me. And to me he brought a flower. So by his emotional intelligence, he knows what one likes, what one has. If you come home or somebody visits us, he'll immediately bring the things to give them to eat or to please them. All the time he thinks of entertaining. He start dancing and he start showing you dance. Have you seen it? He is so careful that he should express his love. And with animals, everyone, he is so friendly. That is emotional intelligence we should develop. And depend on it. It helps you. You will get lots of friends. You will get lots of, I should say, not only friends, but people who will help you in your work. They will give you a great assistance in everything. There is a very, very great capacity to be emotionally intelligent. People think if you are emotional, then people take advantage of you. Let them take. What's the harm? But you do not take advantage of yourself by being cruel or by being in any way harsh to others. Remember those days when somebody was sweet. Remember that time, that moment when somebody was very sweet, very nice to you, very kind, very helpful. Remember. Remember all these moments, not the moments when you are insulted, not the time when you have suffered, but the time when somebody has given you love, somebody has talked to you with love. And you'll be amazed, such fragrance within you will start blowing. So many people have got this realization and they have forgotten all nonsense of fighting. Now we have sometimes people, thousands of them in India sometimes, and I was surprised. They come from different countries. The surgeons are working in 86 countries, and they never quarrel, they never fight. I've never heard anybody quarreling or fighting. They pull each other's legs, they're very humorous. That's they do. Now the another craze we have now, don't know why, that we should be very, very thin. That thinness is very attractive. It's not so. See, you become thin sometimes automatically if your liver is out of order, which is a very dangerous thing to have a bad liver. I agree, you should not be fat. Also, if you become fat very much, you might develop something else. But if you are naturally thin, then understand that must be liver out of order. Now, this liver, when it is out of order, how many problems it can give, you have no idea. First of all, it can give you asthma. It can give you if it moves on the right side, it can give you diabetes. It can give you the seat. If it moves downward here, it can give you also the spleen into trouble, and that can ultimately give you the cancer, blood cancer. It can give you blood cancer. Then if it goes to the uterus, also it can harm you there. This heat from the liver goes on passing throughout and creates problems all over. Not only that, but also it can give you a massive heart attack after some time. If you are young and if you are drinking too much and playing tennis and all, then suddenly the heart goes off. That is how many heart attacks come. So to preserve your health within yourself, first you should know what you are, what problems you are, why these problems are there. And then also you should know why there are problems outside. This is very simple to understand if you become divine. This divine light can give you all the understanding of everything. I don't know, I've spoken about it so many times, but never relating to beauty as such. But beauty is, of course, is within, you know. It's all within, it's not without. But that I cannot convince you like this unless until you get your realization. There are some people who may be very beautiful outside, but inside would be like snakes. It's kind of. So, best thing is to have the beauty within. That attracts the people. See me, I have so many disciples now, I have so many all over the world. But what do I do to them? Nothing. I just connect them to the divine as through this. And there are 1,000 petals inside your brain, which gets enlightened, and you become one with the divine, and the divine power starts flowing through. You become divine. Then you know what to wear, how to behave, everything automatic. It is spontaneous. I don't have to tell you do this or do that. Nothing. It just works out. You are your own master. I don't have to tell you anything. You can find out what is good for you, what is bad for you. This is not only for longevity, I am saying, but I am saying for the global peace. You want to have it spread to people through your endeavors, through your different ideas and creativity, to all the people of the world. So the problems that are created by human beings, mainly they are the problems, and they can be solved. If a human being becomes so beautiful inside, then outside also looks beautiful, and also he can create a very beautiful, loving world. So I would say you can ask me some questions. Eric, tell me.
Are you happy with the turnout of people that come to the Alpha this year?
Eric, you come here.
Mataji, were you happy with the people who came to the Albert Hall this year?
Of course, why not? I was very, very happy. Very. I'm always happy otherwise. Whether they come or don't come makes no difference to me.
How do you realize? How do you realize that?
I was born like this. I say, how do you realize you are a human being?
No, that you're accepting, and
How
how do you realize that you're accepting the change and the transition within yourself? How do you know that it's happening to you?
Is you,
Yeah,
or
well,
strategy?
or you.
We, yeah.
How does one realize?
How do we know when we are self-realized?
That's a good question. That you know when you have in your hands a cool or a hot breeze coming out. Hot breeze is there because if you have not forgiven, there won't be any. But if you put your hands like this, you should get cool breeze blowing into it. What is this cool breeze? It's the cool breeze of the Holy Ghost. That you can feel. And also it comes out of your fontanelle bone area. You are a head, not mine, yours. And you can feel it. This is the first sign. Then you start seeing the miracles you can do with your hand. For hairdress also I should say, that if there's one realized lady, she will exactly know how to make the hair. Because you become extremely creative. And not that you stick to one style or you copy somebody, but you have your own style. In everything you have your own style.
Shri Mataji. While we are in this state of meditation, let's give a few bandhans. The first bandhan is for Anil Panjwani, ANIL space PANJWANI. It's also in the chat. Just give a bandhan to Anil Panjwani. And the next one is for June Tien, JUNE space THIEN. The next one is for Sundri Zwans. So Sundri space ZWAANS. Sundri Swans. Next one is for Pavneet Kaur, PAVNEET space Kaur, KAUR. The next one is Manjula Vela, MANJULA space VELLA. Manjula Vela. And the next one is for Uma Mittal, UMA space MITTAL.
There are two more Bandhan requests, Vaibhav, sending to you on the chat. If you can just read those out as well.
Sure. And the next one is Meeta Badlani, MEETA BADLANI. Next one is Cavalier Kamini. Manika, if you can please put these on the chat to everyone. Easier.
Sure.
So Cavalier Gamini is spelled as KAIVALYA space GAMINI. Next one is Pranjal Vij. PRANJAL space VIJ. Pranjal Vij. Next one is Damita Jo Vandyar, spelled as DAMITA space JO space VANDYAR. Let's give a last bandhan to the 21 days public programs. There are many more programs which have started, similar ones from different states and around the world. So let's just give a bandhan to 21 days public programs of Sahaja Yoga meditation. Jai Shri Mataji. So it's quite amazing to give these bandhans, because as you are praying for someone else, the energy is flowing from one door and you are giving it from the other, which means the flow of energy is actually increasing within yourself. And that actually helps improve your spiritual state. And it improves the flow of love within you, which basically is the core of Sahaja Yoga meditation or spirituality. There are a few more requests which we will put in the WhatsApp group chat, so everyone can bundle them later once they are once they get time. Now, to finish off the session, we'll just do a quick meditation again, and then we will continue to play some music for those who wish to continue to meditate. So let's place our right hand back onto our Agnya Chakra on the center. And let's say the Lord's Prayer one more time. We'll have Shri Mataji's photograph, Kirti. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom comes, and thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever and forever. Amen. We'll take one mantra to Shri Jesus Mary Sakshat. Om Twami Sakshat Shri Jesus Mary Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Mother, please purify our Agnya Chakra. Please open our Agnya Chakra. Mother, please give us the strength in our hearts so that we are able to forgive everyone. We are able to forgive ourselves. And please allow the Kundalini energy to cross through the Agnya Chakra and establish on the Sahasrara, where Mother, we are one with you, we are one with the Divine. As Shri Mataji said in the talk, try to think only on the positive points. Try to think all the good deeds that others have done for you. Try to think of that lovely word, of that lovely moment where someone has said very sweet words of encouragement, words which brought strength within you. Try to remember those moments. Try to remember the moment when you got your self-realization. How beautiful it was. And all the anguish, all the temper, all the stress will go away, and you will be able to forgive much easily. Also, this anger, this temper is a very bad thing for the Agnya Chakra. So try to think of the good things whenever you feel you are getting angry or this temper is raising within you. Just think of the good things that others have done to you. Just try to have a large and an open heart. It doesn't matter what they say to you, what if they insult you or anything. Just try to have that large and open heart and that confidence within you that nobody can insult you. Nobody can hurt you. You are protected by the Divine always. And with that security and strength of heart, you don't have to worry about what will someone say to you or how what they will talk behind your back, or what they will do to you. You are always protected from all sides by this divine power, by your own mother, Kundalini. So let's bow down to Shri Mataji, to our spirit, and to the Mother Kundalini within us. Fold our hands in reverence to Shri Mataji, who has given us all this knowledge, our self-realization, and everything else. Much more than I could say here. And thank you to all the team working hard behind the scenes, Kirti, Bhuvan, and Manika. Let's now raise our Kundalini and put on a bandhan. Jai Shri Mataji. Thank you again for joining us, everyone. Let's continue to be in meditation for a few more minutes, and then feel free to log off, and we'll see you next time on Wednesday. Jai Shri Mataji.
You took me just what I was. You said that I should rise above the sorrow of my existence and the blindness of my eyes. You have saved me from this world of love, hate and tears. Find sound in lies, mixed with fears are gone, forever gone. I see the plight of this world and I see the light. The good and bad are all confused, so show me the right. All I have is this I hope, so show me how to breathe. The breath of joy which is divine, the living ecstasy. You are my sunshine and you are my light. You are the full moon in this darkest night. Oh, lift this veil from my eyes and show me the way to find the path and let this broken through the troubled haze. You who are within me and you who are in love, you are Mother Nature, you are nature's call. Oh, you who have this secret, the love of all mankind, please release this stony change which binds us with our own mind. You are my sunshine and you are my light. You are the full moon in this darkest night. Oh, lift this veil from my eyes and show me the way to find my path under this cloak and through the troubled haze. You are the full moon in this darkest night. You are my sunshine, and you are the light.